Yo, what's good? It's your boy Bike with another video. So today we're going to be talking to a creator that created this hat right here. So we're going to be asking him, how did he create this design? Why did he create it? What are some of the keys to actually making a design and then selling it in the marketplace? And some more things. So let's get right into it. All right, what's going on, man? What's going on?
What's good, cuz?
Chilling, man. Chilling, man. I want to talk about this hat. And
Okay.
when I first saw this design, I was like, yo, that's it. This is it. This is it. It was just something about it.
Yeah,
So, tell me a little bit about like how you came up with the design and the process and like all of that.
Yeah. So I guess I'll start here. So quick thing, I started a baseball brand, inspired by baseball, basically, clothing brand, maybe about 2 years ago. And the purpose of my brand is to, bring awareness basically to baseball for a lot of, I feel like black people, black kids growing up and stuff like that. I wanted to help inspire. So I've had that for about 2 years now. And then the thing, one day I was just thinking, like, what's the thing that makes baseball? What's something that if you take out of baseball is the most impactful? And immediately I thought about the baseball hat, right? Like that's simple. So I was like, I'm a baseball brand. Let me focus in on a good hat, right? And being based and being from Mobile, Alabama, I thought back and was saying, I don't think Mobile actually has like a hometown hat. We're a smaller city, so it kind of makes sense, but you know how Atlanta has their own hat, New York has their hat,
Yeah.
Cisco, St. Louis, everybody has their own hat. And I said, why can't me, being, a baseball brand that started in Mobile, why can't I be that person to create that hat? So that was really my initial inspiration. And so what I did, I took a lot of different things from a lot of things that I saw along the way. One was like, I remember I was diving into like this vintage baseball type of fix maybe a few years ago. And
I remember that.
and I actually got like this hat here that I had ended up finding. It was an old corduroy snapback hat. I think it was a thing that they were doing maybe like in the 80s or something. And I was like, this is cool. Like nobody's doing this at this time. Like nobody was putting out corduroy hats, but these were like really like super limited. And I'm like, this is dope. Like why is nobody doing this? So I kind of stored that in the back of my head, and I implemented it into my new hat, right? And then Mobile, we used to have a minor league baseball team, Mobile Bay Bears. And they ended up actually leaving, so we don't even have them anymore. But I was like, that's kind of messed up. We don't have anything to remember that. So I just was kind of looking at old designs, and I think I saw like one of their first Mobile Bay Bear hats, and immediately I saw that M, that type of shape M. I was like, man, that's dope. That'd be cool if I could like flip that and make it my own and kind of incorporate it into the design. So I saw the M, saw potential there. And the next thing is just, how do you pick the color for the city, right? So this kind of goes into the thing where, if you ever meet anybody from Mobile, Alabama, the first thing they're going to tell you is Mardi Gras started in Mobile.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll never not hear that from somebody from Mobile. So knowing that, and knowing that a lot of people from the city feel the same way, I knew that I wanted to tell that story within the hat. So that's why I chose a Mardi Gras kind of base color design. I wanted it to be Mardi Gras, but I didn't want to go too Mardi Gras-ish, where it's just like too bright and in your face.
Over the top.
I wanted to put my own twist on it. So that's why I chose like a cream base, right? And like the purple bill. And I just threw like little accents here and there just to make it really subtle. You know what I'm saying? So once I did that, threw it together, put the corduroy on it, and really I just made it for myself for real, because I just thought it was cool. I was like, it's a homage to the city. And literally one day I posted it on Facebook, and it just blew up, man. And I was like, wow, this is crazy.
Yeah. The I love it. I'm gonna tell you why I love it.
All right.
I love it because it's simple, but it's complex.
Yeah.
And I draw a little bit, but as far as like graphic designing logos and things like that, I put too much into it. Like I want to make it like complex and all of this stuff like that, and
yeah,
it don't come out right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I love it. It's simple, but it's complex at the same time.
Right. Yeah. I put a lot of thought into it. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
Yeah. The most and people, it kind of tricks people when they see like certain designs or something like that, because it looks so simple, but then when they try to do it, they can't do it.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's funny. It's so simple, but it's hard at the same time.
It is. It's like you have to really study like what little small stuff makes it, because it's stuff. It can be the smallest thing. It can be an outline. Yeah, it's crazy. It can be the smallest minute things that just blow it up or be like the last finishing touch.
So how many hats or variants of this hat do you actually have?
Okay, so man, I have a lot of variants, to be honest with you. I've done a lot of different sample colors. I've done up to at least like 8 samples, but I only have 3 that I actually have decided to actually release to the public. So I have the original Mardi Gras design that I've shown earlier. I actually have it here. I have a black version here that I released probably about a month or 2 ago.
Okay.
And I actually have the newest Mardi Gras design for this year that I'm going. I'm up to 3 right now, man. So it's been nice.
Okay. And as far as selling it and things like that, how has that, you know what I'm saying, been going?
Right. I'll say this, man, like for any product that I've ever created, hands down, this has been the best selling product that I've had. And I think that the reason why is because, kind of like you said, it's so simple but yet so complex. Like I'm telling the story, I feel like, of my city, and putting it into a design. And people want to relate to your product. The customer, whoever, the people have to actually know or feel connected to a product to really, buy it. Like sometimes, a design can be nice, it can be cool, but it's like, what inspires me to, what's going to give me that extra motivation to go ahead and buy it? Because there's a lot of great stuff out here. So selling it this one has been, most definitely the easiest one to sell, just because of that, and people feeling connected. And then with Mardi Gras season coming up, it's like everybody wants like something to either wear around with the parades or whatever, or Fat Tuesday. So it's been pretty good as of now. But it's just about, like I said, connecting with the people and giving them something that they actually felt connected to. So.
Yeah. And that's something that I had to learn the hard way.
Yeah. Me too, man.
Because I think when I first started this artistic journey or whatever, I was trying to sell my art and sell stuff like that. I'm like, it's cool, but they ain't buying it.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
It needs a story behind it, or
Right.
something like that. And this hat, like you explained, it really taps into the culture of Mobile. It already has like a story baked into it, so when people see it, it has that brand recognition. Like people know, oh, that's Mardi Gras,
Right.
that's Mobile. I want this. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's good. So how did you learn how to design? Like did you go to school for it? Are you feeling around for it? Or like how did you learn?
Bro, I just pick stuff up over time. I mean, I feel like I've always been a creative person or whatever. I was like one of the kids that was like one of the best drawers in class. You know, I would buy the how to draw cartoon books when they came to the book fair and stuff like that. So I always enjoyed drawing. And I actually feel like I didn't really invest as much into art like I probably should have, as far as like taking classes and really pursuing more of the art courses and whatever through school. But I will say the one class that made the big impact as far as me doing graphic design was I actually took a graphic design course back in high school at Davidson. Maybe about my junior year or so. I don't know how I got in the class. I don't remember signing up for it. I just know one day I was in there, we was on a computer, and they was like, hey, we finna teach you, you know, how to work with Adobe Photoshop.
Yeah.
And I'm going through there. I'm like, oh, this is like, you know, the old Microsoft Art thing. Like, this is cool. Yeah, it was fun. So
yeah,
that kind of helped me kind of tap back into like that drawing and that just sketching that I used to just enjoy doing. And from there, I learned some tools. And I just saw that, like, even though I didn't necessarily know all of the, I guess, the teachings behind stuff, I could just do stuff. I don't know how to explain it. It's like they'd be like, how did you make that look like that? I'm like, I don't know. I just kept doing it till it looked like that. You know? Like, yeah, it's just like picking up on I'm a pattern person. So like, I can just pick up on stuff and see patterns and not really know how to explain it. So that's really what happened. That's how I got it into using the tool. And then when I got to college, I actually got to perfect it because I was like the flyer person for my fraternity. So I used to make all our flyers, through a lot of parties. So I had a lot of practice, you know. And I started expanding. I started doing flyers for other organizations on campus, NSB, BSU, anything that, you know, people knew that they need to flyer, they would hit me up. I started doing geo filters for Snapchat. It was just crazy. I was just doing whatever came my way, and as repetition, I just started getting better and better. And like I said, I didn't even really know like terms and stuff. It was just like
just doing it.
I was just doing it. And so that's basically how I got to that point where I was just so good at Photoshop and Illustrator till I could just do it and create and be my own type of designer.
That's good. Because you're like a natural. I mean, in our family, like, we a bunch of creative people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of us, even, you know, Granddaddy, he can draw. Raymar, he can draw. He just ain't take no time to like develop it.
Right.
Who else? Christina.
Yeah, Christina.
All them up there.
Yeah, they can draw.
Even Mamie, like, she has like this creative side or whatever. Gail, I feel like Gail is very
she's very exactly.
Very creative. So you know, we just come from that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just natural, man.
Yeah. So people don't know that you actually had, or I don't know whether you're still active.
Yeah.
On YouTube. Are you still active on YouTube? I know you was doing a podcast with Lance and stuff like that. Like how is all of that going?
Yeah, so I did decide to take a break at it, man, just because the number one thing that I've learned through all of this process is like, and especially making content, is you got to be consistent, you know, at the end of the day. And what I learned when I was trying to do it in the past, I learned that I wasn't doing a good job of like keeping a schedule to stay consistent and consistently put out media. And I just decided, you know, I'm kind of just turning wheels right now because I can't stay, if I can't stay consistent, it's not really going to go anywhere. So I put it down and was like, I'm going to pick this back up when I know that I can be consistent. I have the time to, you know, really put into it. And I have a format that's not going to burn me out either, you know, to where I can still do, my day-to-day job. Cause, you know, I do have, you know, other stuff that I do or whatever. Yeah. And I don't like, I know it's a lot of work to put in, but you don't want it to be too draining to be able to be consistent. So yeah, I just had to put it down for that. I do plan on eventually, you know, picking it back up. I really want to do some type of vlog type of style, where I'm just kind of going around and checking out baseball stadiums. That's one thing I want to do. I want to pick back up the podcast as well. But that, you know, that's kind of a little bit more complex when you're working with people too, because you got to make sure everybody's schedule is right. But yeah, so right now I kind of, you know, slowed down on it, but we're gonna relaunch my brand probably this spring, and I'm gonna try to, you know, of course there's gonna be more consistency, but I'm gonna try to like bring an actual better base and more consistency to my brand to where, you know, I can really create that baseball following and do what I really want to do within my, you know, my brand. So
okay. And some advice. When you started up, have at least some videos in the pocket. Have like 4 videos just ready to go.
That's smart.
Throw it out. Just have it ready to go. And then have some more videos just kind of just waiting. Kind of just waiting to come out. That way you won't be scrounging, you know what I'm saying, every week to, what am I put out?
Yeah.
Cause that kills consistency.
Yeah, it does.
So, yeah, real quick.
Right.
Real quick.
That's smart. I'm definitely do that.
Yeah. So what is next up for the brand, for DNA? What is next up? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I kind of spoke on it a little bit. I actually haven't released this hat yet, but it's gonna be released probably in the next few weeks or so. It's for Mardi Gras for this year. So as you can see, it's kind of the same concept, just different colors.
Yeah.
I went a little bit more Mardi Gras with this one, but at the same time, I thought it was kind of cool, kind of like I say like an Oakland A's type of.
Yeah, that's what came in my head. Oakland A's.
Right. So I was like, that'd be dope. Still got the purple in there, and then I'm actually I'm really close to having a t-shirt design too to pair with it. So I know I've been doing hats a lot recently, but I'm gonna start tapping back into, you know, actual shirts and sweatshirts and things like that. So I have a design coming for that. And then just in general, like I said, I'm gonna be rebranding pretty soon. I just want to get back to the foundation of what I created the brand for. And what I learned along probably like my first 2 years is that, I don't know, you can get so excited because you have all these ideas of what you want to do and what designs you want to put out.
Yeah.
But like, until you learn everything around it, you're kind of just wasting, you'll waste stuff, you know? You'll waste designs, you'll waste just ideas, and you'll burn yourself out, and you'll wonder like, why is this not catching on and this and that? It's because like, you have to have everything else around it in like perfect position for it to really take off.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna take all my lessons that I learned, in my first few years, and I'm gonna relaunch it, and I'm gonna start it back and get back to the foundation, like I said, where we're pushing baseball, we're pushing baseball culture, we're trying to inspire the youth, or black kids or whatever in the city, that they do have a spot and they do have a say-so into baseball. They can see themselves in baseball. So once we get everything kind of aligned, we're gonna relaunch and probably have a few more designs coming this spring.
Okay. So that's what's up. Yeah, and so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a link down in the description below for the people to actually get some of the merch, get some of the hats.
Thank you.
This is a nice quality hat. I will say so myself. Nice quality.
Thank you.
Yeah, nice quality hat. So give everybody your social, you know what I'm saying? Where can they connect with you and everything else like that?
Yeah, so you can follow me on Instagram, the DNA Culture. Also Twitter's the DNA Culture as well, Facebook as well, website, thednaculture.com. So that's pretty much easy. And then if you just want to follow me, because I update a lot on my page even before getting to my website. So it's Joe_2K_OOL, Joe Too Cool at Instagram. So follow me. I'll keep you updated. I'll let you know when everything releases. Like I said, it's coming soon. So I appreciate y'all, and just support if you can, like it, and send it to one of your friends or something. So thank you.
So I hope you enjoyed the interview. If you are a creator yourself and you want to be interviewed because you have created something awesome, all you got to do is email me hamp_art@yahoo.com. But anyway, I hope you got some type of value out of this video today. If you did, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button. And as always, I'll holler at y'all next time. Believe that.